In the Dark, an unofficial Warhammer 40k audio story by C.D. Corrigan. Vitus Falk slipped through the choked, smoky gloom of the Midnight Paradigm's subdecks, his power-armored boot making barely a whisper on the ship's deck plating. Servos whirred softly as he picked his way between cramped, bulky machinery, mechanical whispers in his helm that had been tuned, adjusted, and consecrated to be silent outside the suit. An angry crimson rune flicked at the edge of his vision, his armor informing him that the Vox was still down, the chapter's entire battlesphere offline. Dangling chains, part of some load-lifting apparatus, he reckoned, scratched metallically against his ceramite as he passed, but there was no helping it. To avoid them, he would have had to lower his outstretched bolter, which was unacceptable. Decades of drills with his Dark Eagle brothers had taught him the value of every nanosecond of reaction time when stalking an unseen assailant. Stealth was second nature to Vitus, but victory was still paramount. The Paradigm's deck was dark, save for the haphazard patches of balefire light cast onto the walls and floors from the smoldering machinery. Vitus had never had cause to come here, but he estimated the room to be a forge of some kind, a rudimentary manufactorum to support the vessel.
Calyx would know,
he thought, wincing. Throne only knew if the boisterous tech marine still lived. His augmetics and his armor's optics cut through the darkness with little trouble, though he took care to stick to the shadows as he went. He saw the blood splatters staining the wall despite the lack of illumination, saw as they grew thicker and became flecked with viscera deeper into the manufactorum vault. He expected what followed. A tangled mash of bodies, the brutalized remains of the naval ratings who'd toiled here. Some wore shocked expressions of horror, rictus gazes of disbelief at their final doom. Most lacked even that much still recognizable. The scene told him nothing new, no more than the last three on this deck had, and nor the similar grim tableaus on the decks above. He slipped past, too quiet to even rouse the ghosts of the voidsmen who'd died here, should they still linger. 2 decks later he found blast marks, bolter strikes unmistakable, carbonized scorching surrounding fist-sized craters that the rounds had torn from the Paradigm's bulkhead. Vitus paused, examining them. 5 tight groupings, multiple bursts, separated by 2 meters.
Directed fire at a moving target. No evidence of a hit. Troubling.
He found another set of impacts 100 meters on. 3 groupings this time. The target was closer. The bolter was retreating, trying to maintain distance. 60 more meters. A steady spray of impacts stitched a line down one wall of a cargo vault.
Suppressive fire. Target closing.
He found the shooter in the next room and cursed into his helm. Arlo Vol, a Dark Eagle 2 centuries his senior, lay dead in the raiding barracks. His olive-green ceramite had been split open like a gruesome anatomical display, hearts ruptured in a single stroke. And that is as far as this story goes for right now. Here's why. So every year, every half year, every couple of months, whatever, the Black Library, the company that publishes all Warhammer content officially for Games Workshop or with Games Workshop, whatever their relationship is, holds an open contest. They put out a prompt and authors from all over the world are welcome to submit story proposals or samples to theoretically become a Black Library author and get hired to do full-length novels based on their pitches or based on some other thing that they give them. Back in 2023, the prompt was to just do something with a successor Space Marine chapter. So not the Blood Angels, not the Ultramarines, but one of the spin-offs. I chose the Dark Eagles because I thought a stealthy Space Marine chapter would be kind of cool. The premise for this story in my head was something much more tight and personal than a lot of Warhammer mainline novels we get. I love the Eisenhorde and the Ravenor. Ooh, can't talk. The Eisenhorns and Ravenor type stories, the Caiaphas Cains and Amberley Vales. I tend to gravitate more towards those than these big macro scale, like Fall of Cadia, million, biggest, better. I like to see what it looks like to be a single person or a single individual in the grimdark far future. just because I find that kind of writing and reading interesting. So I wanted to do this like alien setting almost, where this poor Dark Eagle is stalking his way through a derelict vessel that has been taken over by something that is picking off his companions one by one, and he is trying to out-stealth and outflank and not get caught. And obviously the proposal never went anywhere. They sent me the generic form. No thank you, goodbye. A couple of weeks or months later, no big surprise there. Didn't have a lot of eggs in that basket, but was enjoyable to write the 500-word prompt. If you guys would like me to continue with this, I know some of you have been asking about the follow-up or next in my Trench Crusade series as well. I would love to be doing more of that kind of stuff, but here is the deal. You got to help me out a little bit. Help me either monetize this channel or support me. You can buy my book, Tattered Pawns, on Amazon and Audible right now, or you can leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share the video, all that good algorithm-pleasing stuff, so I can spend more time writing and reading these stories and less time trying to get groceries on my table. So, go do those things if you are so inclined. That would be great. I would really appreciate it. You can also check out the actual play show I'm producing right now. It's called The Nyx Archive. It is also on this channel or on your favorite podcast app. That is me and my wife and our very good friend Marissa playing Relict RPG, which is a game I invented and illustrated and do all that stuff. And if you watch it on YouTube, I illustrate the show there too. I do all the editing on all that kind of stuff. So yeah, my dance card's a little full right now. But anyways, thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoyed it. And I would love to continue this story going forward. We will see when I can get that onto my to-do list. Bye, y'all.